This is Rusty reporting from Wall Street, New York, on the financial situation of our country today. And it is thus: we are screwed, totally screwed. We're busted. And that leads to the topic for the day. Old Karnak's been hitting these comments like pow, 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 haven't I? Anyway, it's Friday, August the 19th, 2016 at 9:28 a.m. And I've been responding to comments like pow, pow, pow. And I like it because I ain't got nothing else to do. And this is a good one. This one I could dwell on this one for a month, but I'm not. I will respond generally. And the question is, or the comment is here's a question or topic for you. Do you believe the systems are run by Wall Street? If you mean the economic and political system, that's what I'll respond to. Having been a stockbroker, I had a Series 7 license for a few years and a Series 63, which is a broker's license that can sell stocks and mutual funds, and did that for a few years. I know a little bit about how it works, and it's all crap, okay? It's all to get your money, all right? As far as a return on investment, if you get a positive return, you're lucky. I'm telling you. But here it goes. Run by Wall Street. All right, Wall Street got its name from a wall that was built there many years, I think in the 1700s, to keep the Indians out. Well, now Wall Street's there to keep you out. You're not supposed to go there and see what happens, and you're never supposed to know. And particularly, see, when I was in the business years ago, a lot of things were done manually, written down. But now it's all totally computers. Algorithms do the buying, do the selling. All just mathematical formulas are doing the trading in the U.S. and internationally. It happens in nanoseconds. I mean, if they can make a tenth of a cent gain, boom, trade, boom, 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 just millions and billions of trades at light speed, and it's all crooked as hell. There insider trading every second, always has been, always will be, as long as human beings are on this planet. And do I believe that our economic and political system, that's how I'm going to define the word systems here, economic and political. They're basically intertwined, obviously. But yeah, it's all about money. Even in this election that we've got now, the illusion is that we're going to elect every presidential race since the beginning of time has been about change, 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 change. Things going to change. How is that going to affect you? What change? Obama was going to change. Nothing changed here. I got a year older, or 8 years older, whatever. Same way with Bush, same way with Clinton, same way with Reagan, same way with blah, 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 blah. On and on and on and on and on. What changes? What changes is the same people get richer, and the same people move a little bit farther down the economic scale. And that's not an accident. It's just the way it is, I mean, big fish eat little fish. As to Wall Street, of course, Wall Street is the economic center or hub, particularly of the U.S. and damn near the whole world. Now, they've got some pretty big stock exchanges in Hong Kong, too, don't forget, and other parts of the world. But New York Stock Exchange is probably the granddaddy of them all. And because of the trillions of dollars that move there every day, there's a lot of corruption, for sure. And it leads to crashes is what's the problem. I mean, like what we went through in 2008 or whenever it was. That's what happens. And then it affects people, not me because I'm not working anymore, but a lot of people lost their jobs as a direct result of the economic downturn, and a lot of people lost their houses and so forth. And so that's crap, you know what I mean? But you never get to see their faces. Every now and then they'll do a little documentary, and you'll see a few, but you don't get to see the millions that were affected because there's a few hundred here and a few hundred there and a few hundred everywhere. So overall, I'm surprised actually that we do as good as we do. I really am. I mean, I'm surprised that in the U.S. they haven't totally dismantled the New Deal, which included Social Security, and they're wanting to. Believe me. Who are they? I don't know who they are that are that stupid. But even the elites, I say elites, the multi-billionaire individuals must realize that if you dismantle that, you're going to have that guy in your house with a shotgun pointed at his head. You know what I mean? And so I'm not, what we need is a new deal, because what we have to do, and I know one of the things Obama said that really pissed a lot of people off was the redistribution of wealth. That's what he wanted to do, the trickle down. We need a little bit more of a trickle. The trickle needs to be a bigger stream. And that's very true, because as the wealth gravitates to the top, the bottom gets broader and broader, and that creates a lot of chaos, as we're seeing in the streets of our country today, possibly for some other reasons, but mainly because of lack of resources and education. And so how do you change that? Well, that's where you get into the New Deal. What you do is, I think you got to go back to public works programs. You got to go back to rebuilding the infrastructure and paying higher wages. Building, streets, drainage, sewer systems, bridges, highways, new schools, better facilities. When I say new schools, though, I think we need to take a whole new direction on schools and rely on the internet a lot more, because what you could have is a few really good teachers teaching a lot of students. Okay, you could have a virtual classroom or internet classroom where these kids can access it either from libraries or homes or certain locations, and learn online and be tested online, be evaluated online. All that can be done. It's being done now. But back to Wall Street. Wall Street, God almighty, there is so much corruption there, so much. And but anyway, having said all that, don't get depressed. Okay, don't get depressed. The reason is, there's no reason to. I mean, things are okay. I mean, our food prices in this country are okay. Fuel prices are okay. Housing is okay and affordable for most people. And of course, I don't live in a city. I have lived in cities. I lived in San Antonio, Texas for a while. I lived in, I guess, was that the biggest city I lived in? Probably. For any length of time. I've been to larger cities and visited larger cities, but as far as living in a large city, I've always avoided them, because I grew up in a small town in South Texas, and large cities just never attracted me. But anyway, try to stay positive in your thinking, and don't let the news media get in your head too much, because that's what their job is. Their job is to climb in your brain, now, like I said yesterday, and just get you to watch, because they got to keep you curious, because curiosity is what drives you to watch that next show, the next show, the next show. Stay tuned. After these messages, we'll be right back, and on and on and on. So having said all that, do I believe that our systems are run by Wall Street? Well, in the sense that everything is run by money. Money. That's it. Follow the flow of money and you'll find anything you want. You'll find out where the corruption is, where it isn't, and so forth. But anyway, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Y'all have a good Friday. Y'all deserve it, listening to me.